Good morning, good morning. Welcome to So Great Saturday. This is such a fun day of the week, and what a great way to start your weekend. We are so happy to be with you. I'm Colleen. We're from GE Designs. We're in Chaska, Minnesota. And with me today are the two producers. There they are, Mr. KP and Mr. GP. Good morning, guys.
Hello. Good morning.
Turn our mic on. Hi
there.
there.
We go.
There you go.
How are you guys?
I'm good. I'm good. I love So Great Saturday.
I know, it's my favorite day of the month.
It is. It is. We're a week late in our rotation because last Saturday we had all of our fam here for the Fam Fest and the tent sale. So thank you for finding us a week late. Next week, we'll remind you at the end, we'll be here on the second Saturday. That's our placeholder for our regular time. So before we get into talking about our pattern of the month and our fabric of the month, we should probably talk about prizes. The prizes, what the question was, and who won. Let's see.
Do it.
Go ahead.
Alrighty. So last month, our question was, where would you like to go in Canada and why? And drum roll, please. Our winner was Cheryl Kellen.
Congratulations, Cheryl Kellen. I think you probably already got your prize by now, and we hope you're enjoying it.
Yes. Her answer was that she's been to Banff and Jasper area and that she highly recommends it, but she wants to take a train trip all the way across. And I wouldn't mind joining you.
That'd be so
Sounds like
cool.
A good time.
I know.
Wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And we have a new question for you and prize.
So our question for this month is, what was your first car? We'll be showing some pictures of our first cars and kind of talking about that. But you'd like to know the prize, I'm sure. The prize this month is a 16-piece fat quarter bundle, and this is Root from eBond with Free Spirit, probably one of our highest selling bundles we've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful collection, as you can see. And then on top of that is a Sew Line special gift set with some tools for you. You want to talk about what's in it?
We got a fabric mechanical pencil for darker color and lighter color fabrics, fabric glue pen, and air erasing roller, and it's all as a set.
Yeah, comment down below your first car, and we'll pick one at random, and we will announce it on the next show.
Well, let's get into that. Sizzle,
I'm
what was
ready.
Your first car.
I'm ready. We are all car guys here on So Great Saturday, I'm happy to say. So there's a backstory to my first car. This is me sitting on my first car. It was a 58 Chevrolet two-tone, as you can see, and I'm sitting on that with my classmate Ron Van Busicum, and Ron and I were voted worst driver in our graduating class. And there I am sitting on my car.
That is amazing.
I know.
That's one thing I'm glad I was not chosen for.
I know. I couldn't have been cutest or most likely to succeed. No, worst driver. So anyway, I love cars. My current car is this cute little orange Mini. You all know, probably my favorite color. And I lost my favorite ever car in an accident. And so I got a replacement, which I am fabulously in love with. And here she is, and her name is Buttercup.
We're just glad that you're okay.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. So that's my current car. So what fun. I really do love cars.
I know. That makes us happy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Very much so.
Alrighty, so for Mr. KP's first car, well, not my first car. The first car that I purchased, my first big boy purchase, was an Infiniti. It's an Infiniti G35, and that thing was my baby for the longest time. But I found a new one. This is the car or one of my cars that I have now. It is a 97 BMW 328, and it's a convertible, as you can see, but I like to do things a little bit different and change it up and make it look a little bit more my style. So this is what she looks like now. And
Does she have a name?
she doesn't.
Not
No,
yet.
Not yet. We got to figure that out.
Yes.
Maybe that could be another comment
She's hot. Look at her.
And so I got a few others. These are not ones that are mine, I wish, maybe one day. But these are cars that I got to drive in my previous job before I worked here at GE. I used to do valet down in Phoenix, Arizona. This here is a Ferrari F8.
Oh,
That was probably one of the most expensive cars that I ever got to drive.
wow.
Probably, I think, $800,000.
They wouldn't let the worst driver
No.
drive that one.
They got to let me drive it.
Nice.
Here is another. This is a brand new Porsche GT3 RS. It's kind of like a race car track version of it. And this is a dream for sure. And last but not least is this McLaren 720S. I know it's a lot of numbers and letters, but it's just the name. And these are all the cars that I got to drive.
Wow.
Now it is Mr. GP's turn.
Yes. So my first car was a 2003 BMW 325 Xi. Her name was Lucy. I still miss this car to this day. So many great memories in it. This is me taking it on its first road trip with my best buddy George. We were going up to Duluth, which was really fun, just getting that freedom at 16 to kind of do whatever you wanted. And then I also had two 12-inch subwoofers in the trunk in high school, so it was a little obnoxious, just
High school boy things.
making a lot of noise everywhere I went. My car now is probably my favorite car I've owned. I'm actually on my 8th car now already, but this is my 2017 Ford Focus ST. It is so much fun to drive. It's a manual, and I just absolutely love it. Her name is Betty White.
Love it. Love it.
Good
And
name.
then I wanted to share some pictures of me and little Yoe. It has been my mission since he was born to turn him into a car guy. So this is us in Iceland with one of the. This is kind of a truck you'll see in all over Iceland. They're glacial expedition trucks, and you don't see trucks with this big of lift and this big of tires on them really in the States anywhere. So we thought it was really cool. Johan wasn't even as tall as the tire, and he was just smiling ear to ear. And then I've been taking him to car shows, and someone let him sit in this little Volkswagen Bug, which clearly you can tell by his face he loved. And then he also had to take a picture with Popeye, Mr. HP's dream car, which is a Lincoln Continental. And yeah, I had to get a picture with him in front of that as well.
He's so excited. Look at him.
I
So
love it.
pleased. I know. I
I'm
know.
so glad that you're turning him into a little car guy.
Yes, I am.
It's so much
Mission
fun.
accomplished. He loves it. And then I just threw one more picture in here. This is my absolute dream. This is a Porsche GT3, and this is a picture I took at a car show that I went to. But
Also,
yeah.
Mr. KP's dream.
We have a lot in common once again.
I know, it just keeps growing, these things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a dream car.
You don't
I
have
should
one?
get one.
Yes.
I mean, I should get a dream car. I should get a dream.
We could help you figure it out.
Okay,
Oh, yeah,
you guys.
we'll narrow it down.
You guys can help me. Oh my gosh, wasn't that fun? So that's the question. So answer that question to be eligible for the prize for this month. I
You know
can't
what
wait.
I just realized?
What?
We missed something.
What?
We have a treat for you guys as well.
Yes, the snack.
Let's get
The
into it.
snack.
So,
Our snack of the month is
I know we said we'd make it next time.
next time.
But
We've been so busy with tent sale.
I know.
And at tent sale, we had the pleasure of having our friends at Drool and Moose pull up in their truck and vend at our tent sale, which was absolutely amazing. Everyone loved it. So I have the honey cinnamon tangles.
Which are a lot like,
They're kind of like chocolate covered pretzels, but instead of a pretzel, it's like a little like graham cracker situation. They're really good.
it's so good. And then I have malted milk boulders.
And these, if you don't know, are our G-Easy balls.
Yes. So I'm sure you maybe have had some before, or if you're in Minnesota area, go check them out because they are amazing.
And I know they have an online store as well, so check out Jewel and Moose. We always want to shout them out.
And that's our snack.
Love it. Love it. And no offense to you guys, but I don't know what you could have made that would have been better than Julie Moose. So thank you for that.
You're completely right.
But there's some samples and some recipes in their future. I can just feel it. So today is a national day, a very important national day. And before we talk about the pattern, let's talk about the fact that it is National Sew a Jelly Roll Day. Look at that. So, and maybe even it's Global Sew a Jelly Roll Day. We're going to go with that. And you know this probably if you have been watching Gudrun. She's been talking about the Jelly Roll Day and talking about how to cut strips and so on. So we are tagging onto that trend this month. And our pattern of the month, I'm going to tell you in just a minute. We have a So Great pattern. Our So Great pattern is Strip Cocoon. So we are going to show you some bundles that you could use with Strip Cocoon. We're going to show you a little technique and give you all kinds of ideas about how to use Strip Cocoon. In case I don't remember to say this, Strip Cocoon is available as a paper pattern, and it's also available as a PDF. So if you have been doing some cutting of jelly rolls and you're thinking, what pattern can I use for my Jelly Roll Day, National Jelly Roll Day, buy the PDF version of Strip Cocoon. It will be added to your account immediately, and you could make this today. It would be so fun. Awesome. That's our pattern. In fact, the quilt behind me is Strip Cocoon. And I'm going to step aside so you can see some of those blocks. It's really fun to put together, really easy to make, and I love how it turns out. This is, of course, Blissful, which was a bundle club bundle. And it is still, I think, just such a fun and pretty quilt. And we didn't talk about the quilt behind the producers. That is Diana Supersized from the Quickies book. Now this would also be fun in any fabric. So there you go. We talked about a couple, and this is our third show, so we have a very important ritual here. Our famous person today is Marsha Durs. Marsha is a quilt designer. Look at her there. She lives on an island off the coast of Seattle, and if you haven't looked at Wilby Island, there's just some amazing scenes there. But she designed the fabric that is our sale fabric today. She's very organic in her approach. She loves to do paper crafts as well as fabric, and you can see her vibe from the fabrics that are there. A completely new vocabulary of prints and colors. She has made books. She does handwork. She's just a very interesting artist. I love the sort of the design process that she's showing here in the like I said, the handwork as well as the books that show off her prints. She does a lot of paperwork, a lot of silk screen work. Look at her studio. I love that. I just want to go there and just hang out there. So you can.
A little more well organized than me.
Well, yeah, I have 2 sewing rooms, and neither one of them even has a corner that looks like that. I also want to share a great tip. How cool is this? How she stores her scissors. Isn't that clever? So that magnet kind of idea that cooking people have in their kitchen for their knives, this is how she stores her scissors. So that's always, whenever I see some kind of a fun tip or tool, I always grab that. So that's our famous. Sew and Tell is one of my favorite segments. And basically, I go out to the crew, the Facebook crew, and I search on Strip Cocoon or bundle or whatever, and pull some of my favorites from the crew. So here's some great ideas for Strip Cocoon. First up is Geraldine Liberatore, and her strip cocoon is using the Mandalorian fabric, and how pretty is that? I love it. I love the movement in this quilt. I love the darks and the lights, and really just a great use of that block. Next up is Ingemar, and I love this. What a clever use of the strip cocoon squares around the OSU there. Isn't that fun? Wouldn't that be a fun quilt to take to school? Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yeah,
It's just a different, I mean, you could have gone with the O strip pattern, but you put it in the middle of the strip cocoon.
Exactly. I love it. I'd like to see the back of this. I wonder what she did on the back of it. So
I just love when people take our patterns and make it their own.
I do too.
Yeah.
And get creative with it. You can do whatever you want.
You do you. So basically what she did is took the finished size of the strip cocoon block and made the letters, pieced those, and I think it's a clever and really cool idea. And then next up is this is from Judy, and Judy did this strip cocoon that's just a little scrappier. And again, you do you is always our motto here, and so whether it's a complete bundle that is all curated by Gudrun or whether it's a scrappy collection, the patterns are fun to make and great practice on. And going to make a great quilt.
I really like that scrappy one.
I do too. I do too. And then the last Sew and Tell is from Mary, and Mary is doing hers all in black and white, and she has hers oriented to resemble that sort of traditional log cabin block. So if you look at it across the diagonal, half of it is a little dark and half of it is a little light, and so this is a really fun use of that pattern as well. So that is our Sew and Tell. Let's take a look at some great bundles that you might use to make strip cocoon. Here we go. When I'm doing a quilt that is strips, I'm looking at a couple of things. Of course, I'm looking for color. I'm looking for that cohesion. I'm looking for different values among the fabrics, and Gudrun does such a nice job of curating these for us. When I'm doing strips, I also look at the scale of the print, because of course the print is going to look different if I'm cutting it into small strips versus larger. So I specifically chose some that are smaller scale prints for this example. First up, Dragonfly Garden. I think I'll take this out of the package so you can really get a good look at this, and then I know packages are pretty noisy and probably not pleasant. So here's Dragonfly Garden.
Last Wednesday, actually, we got one comment that said that they loved the crinkling noise.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I won't do that anymore. But I know HP has a point of view on the crinkly sound, so I've been following his lead. So Dragonfly Garden would be so cool because it has a lot of variety of color. It has some variety of value from dark to light. And of course, the size and scale of the prints are going to be fun. Now, this one being the largest, but I think it's still going to be a really interesting example. And the next one up is a Hummingbird's Charm. And Hummingbird also is so pretty in all of this fun color and print. And this one would be great as well. So the hummingbirds, the flowers in different sizes, a lot of color, pink and blue and so on. This would be a great strip cocoon. Now, if you wanted something that was not quite so literal of a print, think scrawl. This would be so cool. So scrawl has some typography in here. Some of this you can actually read and figure out what it says. This seems all sort of random text. This says sew, stitch, love, and so on.
I'm going to pull those down just a little bit.
The letters of these guys like this?
No, sorry, just the bundles themselves.
Oh, I see. Like that? So you can see the top one?
Yep.
Thank you. There you go. So I think this would be really cool too. It's going to give you a lot of texture And I love a print that has the typography in it and a lot of the color and a lot of the value changes that we talked about in the other bundles, but it'll give you just, it's going to be quieter in terms of print. And I think so, very modern, very contemporary looking. And then Soliloquy. And like this example, Soliloquy also, some of the same sorts of prints and texts and typographies. Now this one has some music notes, so that is a fun add too. The letters, this is Alison Glass. I love her. I love her use of color. I love her use of texture, and so fun. So any one of these would make an awesome cocoon. Do you guys have a favorite looking at these?
Probably Soliloquy.
I would choose Scrawl. I just like the, I don't know, I just like the color pattern of it.
I feel like it's like still very bright, but also some muted colors.
Yes.
And a little bit softer.
Yeah, yeah. And it's fun to compare. So, when you're shopping, and certainly when you come into the store, we'd be happy to show you some of these bundles side by side. If I didn't have these open like this, it would be, and I didn't have the pictures that I know we can use our pictures as well, side by side, to help me discern which one is different. Like the wheel, when I'm shopping from home, I'll put the wheel up, and that helps me see which one I prefer, of course. So, what fun, what fun. I kind of like this one too. I like the more muted colors, which surprises me.
Yeah, you're a pretty colorful gal.
I am a pretty colorful gal. All right. And I didn't talk about our newest line of fabric. This is cherry wood, and cherry woods are hand-dyed. They're hand-dyed in Minnesota, and the cherry wood bundles would all be awesome out of made in the Strip Cocoon. So you'll get a very organic looking, a very calm looking Strip Cocoon, but you could do the color wheel. You could do a variation of your favorite colors. So all of the greens or all of the reds or all of the blues. So don't forget to consider the cherry woods, because they would all be beautiful.
It was also awesome having them at our tent sale.
It wasn't fun?
Selling their stuff and showing
Yes.
off all that.
I have made a couple of Strip Cocoon quilts, and I really love making that block. And I have a couple of tips for how to use your Stripology ruler, how to use the organizing stickers, etc., that are going to make this easy peasy for you. First of course, you're going to use your Stripology ruler to cut your strips. Starch or size your fabric, press it really well, and cut your strips 2.5 inches. And then I've got my ruler laid out here to do my subcuts. I have 3 different strips here. I could put another one up here if I wanted to. But what I want to show you about the ruler is that I have my ruler with my arrow stickers on here. My first cut will be 0, my next cut will be 2.5, and so on according to the pattern. When I do this, I never make a cutting mistake. I know that I should be cutting on the blue arrows, and when I do that, all is going to be well. So I could hold my ruler with 2 fingers and get started on the 0, and then the first blue sticker, and then the second blue sticker, and then the third blue sticker. And what works so great for this, for me, is I'm not having to think, is it 2.5 plus 10.5 or 2.5 plus 8.5? I'm not having to do that math in my head. I have it set up so it's really error-free. Then I get my organizing stickers out, and I know which is my A, and which is my B, and which is my C, and which is my D, which the pattern has you do. And once I do my arrow stickers, my organizing stickers, I have those on my strips so that when I'm at the sewing machine, I can easily grab the ones that I need. So there's a picture of my strips at the machine, and just a reminder that how great the organizing stickers are. And the clips, for sure. Yeah, these are the large GEZ clips. then I added some I added some organizing stickers to my sewing machine, because when you're adding your pieces to this block, it doesn't go in alphabetical order. You add A, and then C, and then D, and then B. And so this, when I do this, again, I'm not making any mistakes as I'm adding strips. Another tip is to post or to pin one of your blocks in front of you. I almost always do a practice block, so I know how the block is going to turn out. I know if I have any questions about the technique, etc. And then I'll post that. I'll put that up somewhere so that I can see it easily, so that I know the next one is going together really well also. So those are my organizing tips for you. The Strip Cocoon block is here it is finished, and we can just leave everything here. Isn't that cool? Do you guys like that at all?
I love it.
Isn't that cool?
Looks really good.
Yeah, this is Marsha Durs. This is the graffiti, spotted graffiti, which I'll show you in just a little bit. So again, what a great use of these prints, which are so cool. So Strip Cocoon uses a technique where you have an unfinished seam. You've got a hanging seam here, partial seam. And Gudrun did a really nice video on partial seams on Tipsy Tuesday, July 30th, 2024. So I won't repeat that here, all of that detail, but I do have a couple of extra things for you to think about. As you're coming around and adding your strips, you've got this partial seam, and so that I don't have to go to the iron every time, I have a couple of tools that I grab to give my block a little bit of a finger press. And I either use my By Annie stiletto, which has a wooden handle that's got an angle on it, and I'll press that along my seam here, or I will use my Clover 2-point turner, and I can press that along my seam. And that is enough, frankly, for me to press that to add this strip to finish my partial seam. And then I'll take the block to the sewing machine, to the iron and press finish pressing my block. So that is the Strip Cocoon block. It's so cool. You guys could make this.
Really think so?
Yes, absolutely.
Are you sure?
I'm totally sure. So these are great to do your finger pressing. Of course, the clips and the organizing stickers and the arrow stickers make my life so much more fun and so much easier. So here's what the stickers look like in packages. This is 3 colorful sheets of organizing stickers, and then 3 sheets each of the ruler stickers. So don't forget those. They are hand designed by Gudrun. I feel like it's time to look at some fabrics. What do you guys think?
It feels right to me.
It feels right to you?
Let's do it.
All right. So we gave you a little tease by showing you Marsha Durs, by talking about her, and by showing you those Strip Cocoon blocks. We have Marsha Durs fabrics today, and they're at reduced prices, so grab these while you can. We've got some bundles, and we have some 1-yards as well. I love this. Now, I think this is so cool. So we talked about perhaps doing a Strip Cocoon out of a solid. Wouldn't this be fun if you did some solid Strip Cocoon and this was on your backing? Wouldn't that be? I would just love that. I would just think that would be way cool. What do you guys think?
It fits really well with that cherry wood fabric.
It really does, because the colors are, the Marsha Durs prints are very organic looking. They have that sort of handmade vibe that cherry wood has. It's really a nice fit.
It looks painted almost.
Yeah, it sure
I really
does.
like it.
So this is our first print. We have this in 1-yard lengths. It's called Curiosity Palette Stacks Multi. Palette Stacks Multi, and I like this a lot. This would also, for those of you who've been thinking about making a coat, you could quilt this and make a garment out of this.
Oh, yeah.
Way cool. Way
That'd be
cool. All right, next up is another single yard. This print is called Art History Timeline Lecture Black. So you're starting to recognize probably the Marsha Durs signature. Very cool, very contemporary, and like I said, very organic. So this is Art History Timeline Lecture Black, and then Timeline Lecture Canvas. Now, canvas is the color. It's not a canvas print or a canvas fabric. I mean, it's regular cotton, and the color she's using the canvas word to describe the color. And I made a bag out of this, and it turned out fabulous. So you don't need a lot of, when you're doing a print that's this cool, you don't need a lot of extra strips or anything like that on your bag. This print really carries it all on its own. Next up, we have the Spotted Graffiti. Oops, too high. So here's Spotted Graffiti, and this is also Marsha Durs, and this is a 12-piece bundle. Isn't this cool? So you recognize this one from my block, and this one from my block. And this one. And this one too. No, not that one. I had a gray one from my block, and they behave so well. They are so, just like I say, just cool and interesting to look at. Love it, love it. So this is Spotted Graffiti, and this is a 12-piece bundle. We also have Spotted Graffiti in a 6-piece bundle. So if you're wanting not quite as much, but you want to give this a try, this is a great opportunity. There are a couple of pieces in common here, but not all of them. So I think 3 of the 6 are pulled from here and in here. But so you could get them both and have quite a bit of variety, actually. So cool. And then I think I'll just tip this on top of here so we don't lose our space. And then we have Spotted Graffiti, a 1 yard, and this one is called Spring Lilac. Isn't that, I mean, it is just what you think. It matches this one, really, but it doesn't have the spotted texture that this one has, but it's still a nice combination. Look at the amount of color there, you guys. Wow. The show was the fabric pull done by Mr. KP and Mr. GP. Well, today, since we're showing you 2 bundles, they each did a pull, and I can't wait for you to see it. First up is Mr. GP, who did a fabric pull for Spotted Graffiti. Let's take a look.
Hello, my So Great Saturday people. This is Mr. GP, and I got to do the fabric pull for this beautiful Spotted Graffiti bundle. We got lots of color, got all kinds of darks and lights throughout. So this one was kind of tough, but I think I found some that could definitely work with it. So starting off, I got the Spotted Graffiti Spring Lilac, of course, which is this print right here. We have that available in 1 yard, so I just wanted to throw that one in there. Then I was kind of thinking about borders and backgrounds with all these bright colors, and I really like the Deco Stitch Stellar because it's got like the black. It also has like a very cool gray in here, and I just think it would make the colors pop. We got that one. And then another dark I chose was Suede Navy. This is a previous Color Club. It's navy, and then I don't know if you can quite see, but it has some black in it too. I thought that would go really well kind of with the darker spots. I'm going to throw that one right here. And then after the darks, I wanted to go into some lights, so I chose Seedling Fog. It has these gray dots and kind of a cool texture with it, just like all these fabrics. So that would be great. Another light is Dry Brush Shell. And it has kind of a cream color, which you can kind of see throughout the bundle, so I really like that one as well. And then kind of in between the darks and the lights, I thought a gray would be really good to kind of show some contrast, so I chose Provision Stone. Also has a little bit of brown, a little bit of black. I like that one. And another gray I chose was Grunge Ash. The Grunge Ash also has kind of these purple tones and some light blue, and it goes perfectly, I mean, with this one over here, but you could really see how this would play with the blues. We got that. Then I wanted to get into some colors. So another previous color club, this is Linen-esque Rose. It has some white in it, and I just really liked the kind of in between red and pink, especially with this one here. Just thought that played well. We have a crowd favorite, Glaze, one of our newest basics. Glaze Tiger Tail. And you can just see like all the different tones in here and how that kind of plays with the oranges and the pinks and the reds. Really like that one. Then I went with Colleen's favorite color, Dimples Persimmon. And I just thought that really popped against some of the more neutral ones over here, but it also ties perfectly in with the orange in here. And then last but not least, I chose Spotted Iris. Spotted Iris can be kind of found throughout this part of the bundle. Goes really well with the Spotted Graffiti Spring Lilac. And that is Mr. GP's fabric pull for Spotted Graffiti.
That was amazing, GP. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Thank you, I tried.
I really love that there are a couple of maybe predictable choices, but also some that are completely unpredictable and so fun. You've really mastery of color. That's impressive.
So great pull.
So great pull, that's right. All right, well, let's look at another Marsha Durs bundle, and after that, we'll get to see another So Great pull. So this bundle is also classic Marsha Durs, right? Cool, organic, contemporary, fun, funky. This one is called Marble Run, and I love this as well. This, if I had to pick a favorite bundle from today, it would be very hard for me to do. This one has, actually they both just have a ton of color. This one may be a little bit more diversity of shape, but oh, so cool. Some darks, some mediums, and some lights. This would also make a great, a really great strip cocoon. In addition to the bundle, we've got one yard length of in this Marsha Durs line. This is Marble Run Pool Party. In this, we have this in the 1 yard length, and the Pool Party is not in the bundle, so it would be a nice add to your bundle if this is the bundle that you choose. Then we have two Marsha Durs. Oh no. Yes, we have two Marsha Durs that are 108s. So first of all, we have the Marble Run. This is called Winter White, and this is 108 inches wide, and it's 1 yard. So it will be 36 inches by 108 inches. Also, so cool. And then we have the 108 in a 3 yard as well. So this also very cool. And so again, a 108 by 3 yards is 108 by 108. So that's a really beautiful backing. So even if you love blacks and whites or you love neutrals, again, this would make an awesome garment. Wouldn't this be fun? Quilted and made into a coat?
Yeah.
I would really like that, yeah.
So cool. So now that we are making coats at GE, everything we touch looks like a coat. So that is my Marsha Durs Marble Run bundle. Let's see what the amazing KP pulled to go with the Marsha Durs Marble Run bundle.
Hello, So Great Saturday fam. This is Mr. KP here to do your fabric pull for Marble Run here. And we're going to start off with one of the fabrics from the line, and it is called Marble Run Pool Party. Got a lot of the different colors from the bundle, like the red and some of that navy as well as the teal. I just think it works well with, obviously all of them. Next off, we're going to go with a darker one that's going to fit down on this end. We got Dreams Dark Gray.
And Dreams is another one of our newer basics that have been a hit. And I think that just, it'll make the lights pop as well as these brighter colors and fit perfectly in here. Pull that down for you a little bit. Next up, we got another dark that is going to be Grunge Peacock. Grunge Peacock, I don't know if you guys can tell. Got a little bit of purplish in there, light blue, and it's basically a navy. It'll fit anywhere around here with the darks all the way to these light colors. And next up, we're going to get to some colors. We got Seeds Grass. And I love the Seeds line. It fits so well with everything. It's got some of these lighter greens in here. Fits well with the dark green. I love it. And now that we've got some crazy colors in there, let's add some more. We got Dry Brush Amethyst. And this one is a little bit different than most of them, but it fits well in here with this. Oh, you can't even see that. Pull this up a little bit. Fits well with this dark purple dots in here in this last fabric, as well as some of them in the, say, lines, color fries. Alrighty. We got lots more color for you. Next up is Grunge Raspberry. And this is another one that doesn't fit super well with all of them, but it's got some of those hints within the, bring this in for you. You can see it up there. It would just make everything pop. And I think it fits well just with these darker colors as well. And one that's going to match some of them, or this fabric here, is Chalk and Charcoal Marigold. It's, Chalk and Charcoal is another favorite of mine, along with Seeds. This fits perfectly with this orange here, and as well as the dots in here. This fabric really has all of them. And I had to throw this in there because it is Mr. GP and I's favorite fabric, and only because of the name. Grunge Formula One. As we talked about previously in the show, we love cars, and this gives us just an old Ferrari vibe, we feel like. This is also metallic, so got a little bit of shine in there, but it fits perfectly with it has a lot of different color reds in there, I feel like, and rolls with that marble. And another colorful one we got is Dimples Robin's Egg. And along with Seeds, kind of looks like Seeds. I love Dimples. It's a good line and fits just the darker colors within the dimples are perfect match to this fabric here. And now we got some lighter ones to make the other colors pop. We got Deco Stitch Reflections. I know I say I love everyone, but I really like Deco Stitch too. Deco Stitch just falls perfectly with so many different ones, especially with the different colors within the fabric and giving it that texture. And last but not least, we have another Dreams Cream. And this is obviously got some lighter whites, some darker creams, and lots of colors within it. But it just would make everything pop here. And that is Mr. KP's Marble Run fabric pull.
I love that. KP, that's awesome.
Thank you. I did my best.
Yes, you both did. And I think our customers are all going to love it. I can't wait to see all of your comments about KP's pull. So cool. Well, that is our Marsha Durs collection. I just take a look at this one more time. I won't go through all of these details, but this is, of course, the Marble Run bundle. We've got 2 spotted graffiti bundles, 2 different bundles, and all of these prints over here. What a beautiful, hip, contemporary-looking collection this is. I just love it.
And they are all on sale.
And they are all on sale. Yes.
So go to our website if you want to find these easily. If you go to our on sale section tab at the top, they will all be right there. If you want to purchase any of these at gequiltdesigns.com.
So cool. So cool. Well, we should talk about what's coming up at GE. Lots of fun things coming up.
Always.
Always. We mentioned the tent sale that we did last week, and GP mentioned things that are on sale. Don't forget that we will have a cyber tent sale. So if you didn't make it in person, if you did, thanks for coming. If you didn't make it in person, we will be doing our cyber tent sale so everyone in the world can participate October 1st through 8th. That's going to be awesome. Awesome and fun and new. And then what else is coming up at GE?
The regular usual things.
The
We
usual
have
things.
Tipsy Tuesday this coming week, and Goodwin will have an amazing tip for you, I'm sure, coming straight off the plane.
I was
from-
going to say, coming in hot that day.
Yeah, seriously. I don't know how she does it sometimes, but
Yeah.
it's impressive.
Yes, absolutely.
And then, of course, we have One Year Wednesday with Colleen and either Mr. GP or myself.
Our favorite weekly show.
Yes, the fabric for that is also fun. I can't wait to show you that.
I forgot to throw in Perfect Pairing because that won't be kind of for a while now, but also we have Perfect Pairing. Which,
The third Thursdays, right? The
yep,
third
third
Thursdays.
Thursdays. You get to see Mr. KP's mom.
Yes.
And then Happy Friday, of course.
So much fun. So much fun. Well, thanks everyone for hanging out with us. Thanks, you guys. Great show. Great polls. Thanks for being my car guys with me. I'm married to a guy who's not a car guy, actually. We could go on and on about that, but
So we can
we
chat.
won't.
We could chat about cars.
We could-
I think that's a great idea.
I think we should. So hang out with us again for the next So Great Saturday, October 12th at 10 a.m. Central Time, and we'll see you then. Maybe we'll have something made from a recipe.
See you later.
Bye, everyone.